In this video, we'll get things moving with Groove Machine's LFO. LFO stands for Low Frequency Oscillator, and it's one of the most misunderstood parts of any synth. Its name implies that it's used for generating massive bass sounds, but its actual function is to generate a control signal. An LFO does generate a waveform, but you don't hear it. Instead, you use it to cyclically change other controls of the instrument. The destination button lets you pick out what the LFO will control. Here's a quick example. Let's start by resetting this groove. Then select Synth Part 1. This gives us a super basic tone to work with, so you'll be able to hear what the LFO is doing. And let's say you want to create a sound like an alarm, where the pitch oscillates up and down in a rhythmic pattern. First, if I play a note, you'll hear that it's perfectly stable. Set the LFO's destination to frequency, so that it will cause the frequency or pitch of the note to change. Then increase the amount control to hear the effect. Well, that's certainly oscillating. Let's move the rate control up to a little above halfway. That'll slow down the oscillations. Now listen. Closer, but to give this that classic alarm sound, let's change the waveform from sine wave to sawtooth. If you wanted this effect to pulse in time with the music, you can sync it to the beat, and then use the invert to reverse the effect, like this. Now let's throw this into a mix just for fun. First, we'll save this as a new part with a new name. Now I'm going to load up the groove Electro House. I'll select Synth Part 5 to bring it into focus. And if you right-click to call up the sequencer view, you can see that this part is empty. Now let's load up our new siren. We'll play a key to make sure that it worked. And now I'm going to turn up its channel output just a little so that we can hear it clearly. Then I'll start playback and trigger it just by playing live over the top of the groove, like this. Now to change things up a bit, I'm going to undo the invert and switch the synchronization to bar. Now listen. Notice how the rate slowed way down? And did you notice that when I played a new note, it kind of picked up where the last one left off? If you want this drop effect to start fresh each time you hit a new key, turn on the option to re-trigger. Now listen. Okay, one last example. Let's change the destination to filter and switch the synchronization back to beat. And finally, turn up the resonance on this part's filter so the LFO has something to work with. Here's what it sounds like by itself. And here's what that sounds like in the mix. And just like the envelope generator, there are actually two LFOs hiding in here for all kinds of sonic fun. For more great software, visit the ImageLine online shop. And for more great tutorials, visit streamworksaudio.com.